What's going on? We back. Goodfellas Sports TV. One time for the one time we grind. And make sure you check us out on Facebook and Twitter. Appreciate everybody that follows us on those platforms and join the Facebook group. All those links are in the description. And talking about Canelo Alvarez. And I forgot about this. I don't know if I actually knew about it. It's some hypocrisy going on here with Canelo Alvarez, all right? And I explain that in a second. But Canelo Alvarez is legitimately handicapping a bum, okay? And we'll get in talking about the weight issue as well, too. Like, what's so funny about it is the hypocrisy here. Is that when he fought Gennady Golovkin the first time, he held the ring middleweight lineal championship belt, which is not an actual belt when it comes to unification bouts. And the IBF changed the same-day weigh-in rule, okay? Which is, if you're fighting for the IBF title, you have to do a same-day weigh-in where you can't weigh no more than 10 pounds from the actual fighting weight. For example, if Floyd Mayweather Miguel Cotto fought at 147, just saying as an example, it came in at 140. It came in at 147 or whatever they came in at, but you cannot hydrate more than 157 pounds the next morning for the same-day weigh-in. And if you do, you can't elect to fight for the IBF. Now, we've seen guys like Danny Jacobs reject to fight for Gennady Golovkin's IBF. We've seen them change the rule for Canelo Alvarez because he needs the extra weight advantage. Now, Canelo Alvarez is now handicapping, and they changed the rule for unification bouts only. Now, Canelo Alvarez is handicapping Rocky Fielding where he can't rehydrate more than 10 pounds from the Friday's weigh-in. So he can't come in the ring no more than, he can't weigh in the next morning more than 178 pounds, okay? He says he's planning to come in light anyway, all right? So, he ain't going to come in more than 178 pounds, the next morning, okay? That's to try to, slow down his rehydration process. And at the end of the day, Canelo Alvarez is still handicapping dudes, man. And people say, well, Floyd handicapped Canelo by bringing him down 2 pounds. Canelo Alvarez has handicapped dudes way worse than that. I mean, the majority of his opponents, when they get into the ring, they're already down 3 or 4 points. You feel me? He drugged dudes. He's trying to drug dudes to 155. Handicap Chavez Jr. by fighting him at 164.5. If you could have made 168 pounds comfortably the whole time, shit, should have fought Chavez Jr. at 168. You know what I'm saying? Like, this shit is crazy. I mean, the guy that you expected to beat, but you don't even want to make it interesting and let him come in and weigh what he's going to weigh. You still got a handicap, and people say, well, Rocky Fielding is several inches taller than Canelo Alvarez, and I don't care about that. Canelo chose to make this fight. I mean, how much more prima donna can you get? I mean, he got training wheels on the front of the bike and the back of the bike, for God's sakes. You know what I mean? He need to take his Victoria's Secret pink bra and panty set off, man. And actually really let his kahunas drop. This dude is Floyd Mayweather on steroids, bro. And I say that figuratively. You know what I'm saying? This dude want it all. Handicap, he don't want you to use your left hand in the fight. You know what I'm saying? These boxers today ain't real warriors, man, the majority of them. They ain't the I'll fight you anytime, any place, any way, Henry Armstrong type. You know what I'm saying? They ain't that type of fighters. Ain't no Duran jumping up 2 weight classes no more than that for real. They got a real chance. I mean, Duran jumped up 2 weight classes. He ain't ducked nobody. Shane Mosley jumped up 2 weight classes. He ain't ducked nobody. But Mikey had a transcendent fight that could have took him to Hall of Fame status, to elite status with Lomachenko. He jumped up 2 weight classes. From that aspect, I don't respect that, I don't respect that. You handle that business there, then go for Errol Spence. Errol Spence ain't going nowhere. Errol Spence ain't got nobody to fight. And Canelo Alvarez is moving up in weight for what? You had 2 fights at middleweight. At 160 for sure. That's it. 2 fights. That 155 shit don't count to us. And then when you move up in weight, you get handicap people. And then people, Golden Boy say the Callum Smith is the fight we want. I'm hearing Dante say they fighting David Lemieux next. At the end of the day, they could be fighting Triple G next. I don't care. At the end of the day, I just want to see the best fight the best in the middleweight division. That's it. If they ain't gonna fight the best, then it's the same as the welterweight division. You know, if everybody want to sell their belt to Canelo Alvarez, you know what I'm saying? So be it. But it's crazy that he got a handicap Rocky Fielding. You know what I'm saying? You chose to go up and wait. You fighting for his title. He should have some kahunas and say, nah, fuck that. Even if he is planning to come in lighter, nah, I ain't doing that. Either we fight by the rules, you know, the rules I'm on, I'm going to have some say so. He just came over here for a payday too. He ain't come over here to win. A lot of these dudes get in negotiation with Canelo and Floyd and Cotto and Pacquiao and become beta. At the end of the day, man, you ain't about to strip me of everything I got in my favor. You ain't going to strip me of everything. I know I'm a paper title holder in Rocky Fielding, but shit, I'm not about to, you know, you ain't about to handicap me again. That's what Canelo doing. Handicapping. Sissy. He a sissy, bro. That's sissy shit. You hear Henry Armstrong moving up in weight. Oh, we gotta weigh in, and you know, you can't come in this way. Yeah, they did same day weigh-ins though. Back then, I believe. But it is what it is, right? Ain't nobody gonna talk about that though. They'll point out every Manny Pacquiao catch weight. They'll point out every Floyd Mayweather catch weight. You know, but at the end of the day, man, dudes gonna go to the zone to sell their belt. That's all it is. I don't think none of these dudes can knock out Canelo Alvarez, man. And that's the only way you're gonna beat the $365 million man on the zone. Now, I say it again. Ain't none of these dudes gonna beat Canelo Alvarez with their mentality. Only guy that got a chance is Charlo at 160. Charlo's the only one that can legitimately knock him out. Danny Jacobs, he don't knock out people. He knock out some people, but he don't have the aggressive mentality of Charlo because he's been knocked out. He got whiplash. You know what I'm saying? Andrade ain't got the power right now. Triple G, we seen it. He couldn't do it. You know what I'm saying? Only reason I say Charlo is because he's young. He don't know no better. He don't know that fire is hot right now. He confident. He think he gonna just run through Canelo sides and shit like that. He can do it. He the only one that's gonna go for the knockout. We seen Danny Jacobs come in and fear Triple G. He feared the aura of Triple G. He read the press clippings. He said, I called Triple G. I was just joking. I didn't expect to really get the fight. That just tell you he ain't come home. He ain't come here to win. He think like a beta male. Andrade just won a bag. Andrade get Canelo fight. Man, he don't care if you lose. You ain't gonna see him fight for another 2 years so he go broke. Or money looking funny. And, you know, Canelo Alvarez having trouble making 168. Canelo Alvarez having trouble making 168. Y'all seen him? That nigga looking pale. And I know it's cold in New York. He ain't used to that. But he looking pale. Face sunk in. This dude still got a sauna suit on when he trained last week. He still had a full sauna suit on last week. He supposed to be making 168 comfortably. He ain't even making 168 comfortably. He's still struggling. That's 8 pounds he's still struggling to make. I'm not saying struggle like, damn, I barely made it. I'm saying struggle like, dog, it should be easy. It should be a layup to make 168. But when you ain't got that computer all in your ass no more, or whatever else he put in his ass, he ain't got that no more, it get hard to make weight. I believe Canelo Alvarez, in my opinion, he's allegedly been taking stuff for years. He's been suppressing his weight for years. Real talk. I'm telling you, he ain't just making 154 and 155 easy. That's why I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. This dude had problems making 168. That's a problem. That's a real problem. And Golden Boy talking about Callum Smith could be next. You gonna handicap Callum Smith too? Oh, that's the fight we want next. Well, I honestly think it's a good chance that Canelo Alvarez don't come back to 160, y'all. Not willingly. Somebody got to make an example at 168 of him. Okay? Because if he got a sauna suit on the week before the fight, and Price still got one on this week, and then he looking pale, he drinking a little bit of cocoa or coffee after walking into the little interview he did today, that dude look like he's struggling to make weight. He like he's struggling. struggling. And like Teddy Atlas said, he thought Canelo Alvarez was on something in the Triple G fight. His stamina went from shit in the first fight, like whatever he took in the first fight, in my opinion, bulked him up. So he was more muscular to withstand the punishment of Triple G. When he felt like he could take the punishment that Triple G was dishing out, he said, we got to get more stamina. And it's no coincidence that clenbuterol increases stamina. That's what it does. It increases oxygen flow to the lungs. It's no secret that this dude didn't have to take a drug test for months while he's on suspension until it was a couple months or 8 weeks out or 6 weeks out from the Golovkin fight. And all of a sudden he had stamina? Come on, man. Connect the dots, y'all. I've been hearing things about Golden Boy and Oscar De La Hoya and his daddy doing stuff from 10 years ago. I've had conversations with people before I even start chopping boxing upstairs about that. That game is way dirtier than you believe. You know? And you can see it from Oscar De La Hoya robberies to Pernell Whitaker to Felix Sturm. I mean, to Canelo Alvarez. Every major fight he won, he didn't convincingly win. People thought Cotto won. People thought Trout won. People thought Triple G won twice. Floyd Mayweather, for God's sakes, got a draw. And he won every fucking round. And he got all this. You come in behind the 8-ball on Canelo worse than Mayweather, okay? You come in behind the 8-ball worse than Mayweather. It's worse than fighting in Vegas and fighting Mayweather. It's worse than Mayweather picking your gloves, picking your trunk, picking the ringside. This dude is asking you not to weigh this much after the fight. Floyd ain't never did that. Probably only to Canelo. I'm not sure if he did it to Canelo. You know, for my knowledge, Madonna was coming in heavy. Castillo came in heavy. A lot of dudes came in heavy versus Floyd. 20 pounds heavier than him in a lot of his fights. Canelo Alvarez won a handicap dudes with a catch weight. You know what I'm saying? Canelo Alvarez, you down 4-5 points for you even get in the ring. Canelo Alvarez wants you to do a same-day weigh-in. You know what I'm saying? Canelo Alvarez probably pick your gloves, pick this ring. He pick everything. He do all of this, and on top of that, he shooting shit in his ass. You feel me? He doing all of this, right? And he still be barely beating dudes. He ain't never convincingly won a big fight. He still be edging by the hair of his chinny chin chin. It's still debatable. He ain't never won a big fight. It's pathetic. He got every advantage and still not winning by a country mile. Never won by a country mile. Still. And he might have to stay at 168. This dude gonna retire before the length of this contract. Because I'm telling you. Because if he's struggling making 168, 168 should be easy for Canelo to make. Canelo should have color in his face, color in his body. Everything should look on point for Canelo. You know what I'm saying? He's a midget that way too heavy. He actually probably should be fighting at 175. But he get killed up there. He should have been at 154 or 147 long. This dude been a middleweight. You know? He should really be trying to move up to 168. That's none of my business. Goodfellas Sports TV. Want to make a donation to the channel? That link's in the description. Remember, we on Facebook and Twitter. Share the videos. We tweet out every video. You can retweet it. Also, you can check out our Facebook group. Also, intro, instrumental link is in the description. Email is there as well. If you need to contact me, video request, business sponsorship, whatever the situation is, you can DM me on social media for those as well. Appreciate everybody for